How's it going, everyone? Today is March 16th, 2019, and oh boy, what a day. So what I want to talk about today is the power of I am and jealousy. Those two things were going through my head today, and so I want to start off with the power of I am. Um, Man, this is definitely not a new thing. I've been, you know, practicing that for the past several years. But sometimes I forget. I forget the power of I am. And there's this really good Wayne Dyer video of the power of I am and how when you go to sleep at night and you really just start reciting I am, and how that invigorates you and seeps into your subconscious while you're sleeping, and it's an interesting process. It's a really really cool process, right? Because you wake up refreshed sometimes, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. But ultimately, what happens is you start to develop a good sense of a direction where you want to go, and you open up the universe, and you open up the world, uh, essentially, your mind, so that you can soak up the as more of like a cause and effect, a question and answer sort of deal with the universe, right? Um, so um, so I woke up this morning and I just had this urge to ramp myself up with I ams, right? And I was walking my dog and I was just ramping it up, like things like, I am grateful, 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 I am successful, I am successful, I am successful, I am successful, I am loving, I am loving, I am loving, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am abundant, I am harmonious, I am peaceful, I am sharp, I am awesome. Just everything that is empowering that um, we can accentuate in the morning, right? So I'm starting this practice again, but this time it's on a whole different level of practice. So I'm going to start practicing, ramping up my day with I ams, and also going to bed with just going in my head saying I am this, I am this, just envisioning myself of who I am, and what I want to open this vessel of goodness, this vacuum of goodness, to let in all that goodness, right? So that's essentially how the power I am works, and it's really amazing. You might not see anything. You might feel really good the next day. You don't know, but the trick is to practice it every single day, right? And give yourself that goodness for your life, for your heart, mind, and soul, right? And uh, and just let that grow in your life and see where that goes, right? Well, it's actually more than seeing where it goes. It's really just setting a good intention of knowing where you want to go and opening that up by saying the I ams, leaning into that direction. So that's the first thing. The second thing is jealousy. Jealousy, envy, the fear of um, I guess the fear of losing. That's part of jealousy. For me, part of jealousy is the fear of embarrassment. For me, jealousy is also fear of, not being good enough, right? And I'm in this field of entertainment, right? And you know, um, in entertainment, there there are many people in this field, and There are many levels to it, right? And each person is different. So, what I'm trying to get at is, you know, I I have friends that are on many different levels, and what I may consider, or you might consider, at higher levels than I am, right? And although we might have started at the same time, right? They're on different levels now. Um, More in the public eye, and for me, for me, um, gosh, it's uncomfortable for me to express this and share this, because for me it's kind of embarrassing to me to even consider myself a little bit of jealousy or envy, but it's true, it's there, right? And what I've been realizing is that jealousy for me is part competitive, right? And when I don't win first, right, I get really irritated. I get really frustrated. I get pissed, right? But there's also a level of jealousy, of competitiveness that I'm looking outside of myself, right? I'm looking outside of myself. I'm looking at everything outside of myself. I'm looking at people who are leading awesome lives, things like on Instagram, and just really looking at them and, comparing myself to them, right? And you know what? Like that is so unnecessary, to compare myself to another person, because each of us here are on this planet, and we are extremely unique, right? Um, and it's you know I've just got to be true to myself, where I want to go, right? Where I want to be in life, and just trust the universe. And it's all about just like trusting myself, and knowing that the universe is working and doing its thing to get me to the places, my destination, the place I want to go, right? Um, like, I don't believe that just because I feel some way, that's lowering my vibration, that is repelling the universe. I believe it's just slowing the process down, right? So for me, when I'm feeling at a low vibration of like some type of negativity, like jealousy, right? I'm not pushing my dreams away. I'm not pushing my manifestation away. I am slowing it down. So, so my job in this, as well as taking action, one of my action steps is really to get my vibrations up, and that includes feeling good about myself, feeling good about everything in my life, being extremely grateful, which goes back to the power of I am. And and when I can get myself to that point of complete gratitude and just lifting myself up and just feel and just emerging, my sense of self, that's and raising my vibrations through that process. That's when things start happening faster. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for letting me share this with you. I hear my kid crying, and I've got to get back because we're going to give him a bath soon. So, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you so much for the opportunity to just like really share myself and let me be vulnerable on this in these videos. So thank you so much. Let's win together, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.